So Stylus started with us working within the Hmong community, and that's mostly because I'm a Hmong woman, and that's what I've grown up in, and it's what I experienced firsthand as a Hmong American woman. And so I wanted to really change that in the Hmong community because Hmong people are newer to the States. We've only been here for about like 40 years, and there's still a lot of segregation. Hmong people are still very comfortable in their little circle, and even though they want to expand, they don't know how. And so that's where I really wanted to step in and help, and that's how we built Stylus. And then of course, as we were working with Stylus in our first year, we started to get a lot of like people reaching out that were from different ethnicities and different backgrounds that wanted to be a part of it. And I realized that it wasn't just Hmong people that really dealt with that. It was all people of color that were kind of feeling like they were left out. They didn't have a seat at the table. They didn't really know how to expand and make it big in the industry. You know, like I think what I hear from a lot of people of color and Hmong artists too is that they can become a very, you know, big name within the community that they grew up in, but to make it into mainstream media, it's really hard to push past that. And so that's where we kind of expanded it to all people of color. Industry as a whole, there's a lot of people of color in the industry, but it's also very segregated. You know, it's Hmong people go to Hmong salons, black people go to black salons, and white people tend to go to the high-end premier / white salons. And so I was kind of like, why hasn't anything been created to kind of integrate everything and to also create a platform to highlight people of color? High-end salons are predominantly have like white clientele. They're in higher-end neighborhoods like Grand Avenue, Uptown, things like that, that a lot of people of color just don't go to. They're kept well, they're updated, they're modern, they're clean and chic and up to trend, whereas a lot of the salons that are owned by people of color are smaller. They're in neighborhoods that people would describe as low income or the ghetto. Because I get it too, some people get stuck on their stylist and who they've been going to for many, many years. And maybe it's not even about seeing someone new. If somebody is in the market for looking someone new, definitely point them in that way of a salon owned by people of color. But if you're already going to a salon that you love, you know, you're comfortable with the stylist, you've been seeing the stylist for how many years, maybe start asking and, you know, advocating for people of color to be hired in the salon. You know, asking why aren't there more people of color in the salon that work here as stylists? You know, make comments like that to the front desk, to the manager. You don't even have to be rude about it. You could just be like, I would really love to see more diversity here. Or like, oh, I see that you guys are bringing in more lines for curly hair. Would you guys ever be interested in bringing in lines for, you know, black women, or using images in your windows that feature black women or Asian women or, you know, Hispanic women, Muslim women? You know, making comments like that to really advocate and stand up for people of color. And it doesn't have to be about just supporting businesses. I mean, that's also a really important thing, supporting businesses that are owned by people of color, but also pushing them to be in spaces that are mostly predominantly white. We need to, especially in the modeling world, right, in terms of beauty, in our ads and our pictures that are being presented to the consumers, we need to cast more people of color. We need to let our white friends know, like, hey, you should really try out this like salon that, you know, may not be Jew or Rocco's or whatever, but their artists are just as talented. What I'm proudest of is really the community that we built. Everyone that I've met that has reached out to stylists or I have worked with for stylists is just so excited to help one another. There's no competition. Everyone truly believes that when one artist is doing good, it just elevates the whole industry, and that there's no competition. If I'm doing good, you're doing good, you know? Like, we all help each other do better, and then the industry just grows.